The mafia family that ruled Hollywood from the shadows and was forgotten by history. When you think of the mafia, names like New York and Chicago come to mind. But lurking behind the glitz of Hollywood was a quieter, deadlier force, the Los Angeles crime family. Their story begins in the early 1900s, fueled by blood, ambition, and a man with a vision for a kingdom on the coast. Long before the Hollywood sign graced the hills, Sicilian immigrants settled in Los Angeles. Among them was Jack Dragna, a young man who united scattered Italian gangs to form the California Mafia. By the 1930s, he was running a thriving empire built on gambling, extortion, and control of Hollywood nightclubs. While New York bosses were making headlines with violence, Dragna kept his head down, quietly amassing power and wealth. But a new player was on the rise. Mickey Cohen. By the 1940s, this flashy gangster was taking L.A. by storm, flaunting his celebrity connections and disregarding the mafia's rules. Dragna wanted him gone, but every hit failed. Cohen survived it all, becoming a living legend, while Dragna's frustration grew. An FBI memo from the time revealed the fear Dragna's men had of Cohen more than of arrest itself. In 1956, Dragna died and Frank DeSimone took over. But he was no leader. Weak and nervous, he embarrassed the L.A. family at a crucial mafia meeting. The New York bosses lost respect, and rivals began to circle like sharks. Despite the chaos, the L.A. mafia still had its grip on Hollywood. They controlled poker games, unions, and even burlesque clubs. Behind the glamour, actors and producers were paying off mobsters for protection. But the FBI was closing in, and the walls were starting to close. By the 1960s and 80s, the L.A. family faced insurmountable challenges. New York families moved into Vegas, Mexican cartels dismantled their drug networks, and corporate interests replaced the mob in casinos. The last true boss, Peter Milano, tried to rebuild alliances, but California had changed. The mafia no longer ruled the streets. By the 1990s, the L.A. family faded away, not with a bang, but in silence. No headlines, no shootouts, just a quiet disappearance. The California Mafia never had a famous face or a flashy reputation. They thrived in the shadows, behind the scenes of Hollywood's glitz. Perhaps that's why their story remains forgotten. They were the men behind the men who made the movies, and their legacy is a haunting reminder of the power that once lurked in the heart of Tinseltown.